like the title says, this would be this Walker female's first night in the woods. She's a little over 6 months old. She's been out in the daytime a couple times. Had her out earlier this afternoon. Just walked her around. So I'm gonna take her to my pup training woods. So I'm not expecting a whole lot, just mostly just getting her some woods time and experience. And I figured I'd go live in case there's anyone that wanted to watch or ask me any questions about anything. Just heading to my pup trading woods now. This Walker female, got her for a Matt Bebout out of his female, I believe, is a clover bred dog. And the dad is Norman's Mac, I think was its name. Had some winnings in PKC. But the litter mate to this one has been running loose on an Amish farm, and it's treeing. This one ended up, the first time I took it to the woods, she jumped off a log and fractured her foot. So I had to take her to the vet, and they put a cast on it. She's better now. That was a couple months ago. Had her out this afternoon. She looked all right, so I'm going to take her to my pup training woods and just get her some experience. Should get there in a couple minutes. If you're watching, if you're in my Facebook group, post a link on Stark Outdoors if you can, please. You're just tuning in. I got it's a Walker female. Yeah. My cousin Luke was supposed to come with me. He said he'd go. He was going to go out to eat first. Then it's about 10:45 right now here. And it was about 9:15. He sent me a message. It was a picture of a beer at B-Dubs. And that was the last message he sent me. So I'm sure he had a few beers and probably just went home and went to bed. But yeah, I'm getting a little bit later start. But I'm just taking my Walker female pup. It was actually given to me for my son. But she's a nice looking Walker female. A little over 6 months old now. So I was going to take her to my pup training woods and walk her around and just get her some experience, see what she does. I don't expect her to do much. She's only been into the woods like 3 times total, and this will be her first time out at night. Yeah. This time of year I usually do too. In the wintertime here, it gets dark at like 6. So late fall into winter, It sucks sometimes because there's a lot of snow and ice, but sometimes there's not. But when it gets dark so early, it's nice because you can go hunting for 3 or 4 hours and still be at home in bed at 10 o'clock. This time of year gets kind of rough because it don't get dark till about 10. I have a feeling later this week it might actually get better hunting later at night because Thursday and Friday I know it's supposed to be up around 90 degrees during the day. So they might not move a lot during the day or evening. So it might be better to wait till later at night once it cooled off some. That might also be a good time to hunt the woods by my house too that has a big swamp in it. But I'm about 1.5 miles away from the woods now. I'm going to that same woods I went last night at first with Jackson, that blue tick. I treed that coon in, but since I got this pup, I'm going to drive right back to the woods and just turn her loose into the woods. Like I said earlier, she's got litter mates that are treeing already, but they've been running loose on a farm. And she's been laid up because she broke her foot a couple months ago. Had to have that fixed and put a cast on it. But she's only a little over 6 months old. Another week she'll be 7 months. So she'll be just right when the kit and coon start coming down and into next season. Once there's crops on, you can walk them around cornfields and bean fields and stuff. Getting ready to pull in the drive now. I haven't seen any coon on the road or anywhere driving over here, so I'll be interested to see if they're moving. Usually though in this woods, it don't really matter the time of year or time of night. You come in here, if you click your light on, you can usually see a coon sitting somewhere. Yeah, that would be nice if everyone could leave a like. Thank you. No idea what she'll do because this, like I said, this is will be her first night out. Before I turn her loose, I'll set the camera up and just kind of show her to you guys so you can see what she looks like. She's got a lot of white on her. Pretty light colored. She has a pretty good temperament too for a walker. A lot of them are super, super high strung. She's not super laid back, but she handles pretty well. The oldest age pup I ever started, probably like 3 years old. Sometimes you can get dogs from people that have been like house dogs that were just never hunted. But if they have it in them, if you take them hunting, they might take off. But that's taking a dog that hasn't been hunted and just start. It's different if a dog's been hunted 5 times a week for 3 years and isn't doing anything, then that's a big difference. Yeah, definitely. Come on, girl. Come on. Flip you guys around so you can see her. Come here, girl. Oh my God. I like her. She's got a good personality. She likes getting loved on. She's not goofy, but I hate when I have her on a leash. She just keeps winding my legs up because she wants to jump up on me. But I'm not going to beat on her for that because I don't mind if a dog likes coming to me. They're easier to catch then. Come on, girl. Come on. Winding. We smell, girl. Oh, yeah. That's a good sign. Come on, girl. Come on. Put you guys down. Put my leash on. Come on, girl. Hey. Come on. Come here. Come here, CeCe. Come on. Let's go. Good girl. Come on. Come on. I like seeing that, though. I like when you turn a dog loose and they start using their nose in the air, too. I like that. Some dogs, you turn them loose and their noses are just pinned to the ground the entire time. And a lot of those dogs, they struggle treeing layup coons. I like a dog that do a little bit of both. Track on the ground and also run with their head up some. Come on, girl. Bugs are just starting to come out here. Haven't been too bad this year yet. If you left me a like, thank you for doing that. I appreciate it. Come on, girl. I'm sure my feeder in here is empty. I got a tire feeder right in the center of it. Try and hold them in the woods more so they don't run the ditch lines out of here as much. But there's, ooh, just saw eyes up there. But there's so many coon in here, it's about impossible to keep that feeder full. I need to get her to turn out though, because like I said, Matt gave her to me for my son. It's my son's dog. So I want to make sure that she makes a decent dog. That way, when he gets a little bit older, he'll have a decent dog for himself. And I definitely can't afford to buy a really nice dog because more than likely if there's a dog for sale in my price range, there's something wrong with it. That's why it's for sale. I don't have 30 grand to spend on a dog. Really nice night out, really calm. Yeah, I've tried to explain that to people, and until you have actually hunted here, like you just can't. You gotta see it. Like especially a lot of deer hunters will have like corn piles and bait piles and stuff, and they'll have trail cameras on it. And they'll send me pictures from their bait piles where there's like 30 or 35 coon on it at once. And they're big, corn-fed, healthy coon too, so it's nice. I'm sure, like other places I've been in the South, they always talk about how hard it is to find coon, and definitely I'm glad I live where I live. There she is. Yeah, those cornfields are crazy. That's one thing I really, really enjoy doing with pups, is when the corn's starting to come on, just turn them loose in the corn, because more than likely there's, in a good sized cornfield, if there's a fence row around there, you'll find 10 coon running in there. They're guaranteed to find a track. Cornfields, mulberry trees, beans at certain time of the year, they love going in there. Wheat fields too, a lot of times when they're fresh picked. Where's he at, girl, huh? Hey, girl. Good girl. Come on. I think she's tired. This is her second time out today. I had her out for a couple hours just walking behind the house during the day just to see how she handled. Make sure she was easy to catch. Just worked on calling her and petting her up when I'd catch her. That way, easier to work with at night. Get that stuff out of the way. I don't mind loading a dog up either and just taking it with you if you're going for a ride. Teaching it how to ride and just getting it used to that. Getting all the stuff you should get out of the way early out of the way. That way, when it's prime hunting age, your only focus is getting it to tree and not worrying about teaching its name and all that other stuff. Try and get that out of the way. I don't know if you guys saw earlier, if you have me on Facebook or Instagram, but when I had her out earlier today, I found some more mushrooms. They were pretty old. The one I found, it was all shriveled up, but it was about a foot tall. It was about as big around as my arm. Posted a video of it on there. That would have been one I wish I would have found about a week ago. But it's definitely done now. The ones I found were all dried up. I've got about 40 minutes worth of footage I can use to make another video with some blue ticks and walkers. The one I got is really cool. I got footage of this blue tick running a coon through this field right here and treed out there in one of those trees. That one should be up by Sunday, as long as the internet cooperates. But I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. She's not acting dumb and she's actually smelling around. Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned cornfields, because that's something else I didn't mention with pups. But if you want to train a coon dog and if you have cornfields, you have a really easy, good opportunity. If you have cornfields with like fence rows, you can just turn them loose on a fence row, walk them down a fence row, and you're guaranteed to walk by a coon. That's a great way to get them started. And it looks like back here, I think they planted beans back here. Those rows look like beans, at least on this back side. The front of this woods is usually different. But there's so many coon in here, it don't really matter. Hey, girl. Good girl. Still haven't seen any sitting out here yet, though. Didn't see any last night either, other than that one Jack's tree. Went to a really big section of timber, that blue tick. Tried tracking, but it sounded like it was really old tracks. I don't know if they moved like a little bit before dark, right at dark, but I didn't even see any sitting anywhere. This tree right here, I'll show you. It's had a tree stand in it for about 40 years, and it has become a permanent member of this tree. There's usually coon sitting in it right on the edge of this woods. Look how much of that tree has grown around the base of that tree stand. When I was little, that's kind of how I knew where I was at. When this would be corn, I'd be walking in between the cornfield and the trees, and that's kind of how I'd gauge where I was at. Big den tree up here, busted in half, where you can see inside of it. Yeah. Yeah, I don't see any sitting on that fence or over there either. Just hunted back in here last night though. And there's big sections of woods on each side of it. And south of it, there's a farmer that deer hunts a lot. And he'll leave 100 acres of corn standing all year long. And he shoots some huge deer out of there, but I'm sure that time of year that's where they go. But I got over here by this den, she's checking it out. What is that, girl? What do you smell, girl? Huh? What is that, girl? Good girl. If you watch my videos, you've seen me tree in this tree quite a few times, but there's usually a coon up in there. Big old den tree right by this ditch bank. Got a run coming up to it. There's some mulberry trees right over there, usually a coon in it, but I don't see any now. Hey, girl. Hey, girl. Good girl. Yeah, I like the way she looks. Yeah, that was really, it was funny to experience that in person, especially if you know those people in that video are my cousins. If you know them, it would make it even funnier because they're characters. Yeah, that was one of the worst winters snow-wise I can remember we had. And being idiots, we went coyote hunting in it, of course, and actually killed some. Drifts were like 5 and 6 foot deep. I think you can see in some of the videos around then where the drifts were up like to the top of semi cabs. Yeah, that's what that's one time I was really glad I had my camera. I'm sure my cousin was probably mad about it at the time, but it's just funny to look back on it now. Right up here too. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty funny. It's just my cousin getting his truck stuck. we were coyote hunting, and he had a old maroon Chevy truck, and he pulled off the road to look at some tracks, and his tire sank down in a big culvert, like a really like 15-foot deep culvert drainage pipe thing, and it was just snow drifts. There was no getting him out. We had to get a great big excavator thing. Got him dug out. It was funny. But this woods is good. That's like the main part of the woods. Then there's a lane, that creek, and another patch section. So right through here you can usually walk, and you can see coon sitting on either side of this creek. But tonight, of course, I don't see any. She smells something though. She keeps stopping and winding that direction. That's one thing too. Yeah, that'll help. What the heck is that? Is that baby coon? That might be a baby coon right there. I think it is. See it right there? Kitten coon right there. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of them over there. Well, that's cool. I'm glad YouTube's actually recommended my videos. What's over there, girl? Oh yeah, I'm not taking her over there. There's like a whole bunch of them. That's cool. First kittens I've seen of the year. Go find their mom, leave them alone. I heard them. There's a couple on the ground and a couple climbing the tree. Mom needs to come out mad and meet this walker. That's cool. I'm glad you guys get to see that. Those are the first kittens I've seen this year. First kittens of the year that I've seen. Bug flying up my nose. Oh, that's awesome. I gotta... Oh, there, I would say at least a few weeks ago. Maybe a month. Because they're really little. But they're like tiny when they're first born. Like you could fit a litter of them in your hands. That's cool to see. And in this woods, a couple weeks ago, saw 5 coon just sitting. So 5 of them or so in here, usually. Then one of them had kittens. That's good. Hopefully, give them another month or so they'll start running around. I'll probably fill my feeder back up. Obviously won't be killing any, but it'll just add to the pup training. Like I said, that's why it's good to do this with pups and leave your light on. I like doing that so you kind of just see, and I'm not sure how long they're pregnant, honestly. I know a lot of the times they breed around here late December into January. So probably 2 months, I'd assume then. But like I was saying, I like really paying attention to where the coon are. That way you can kind of know good places to take your pups. Surprised I didn't see their mom. She might have took off hoping to lure this dog away. Forgot to tell, hey girl, hey girl. Forgot to tell you guys too earlier today when I had her out during the day. I don't know if you saw that picture I posted on Facebook of that fawn I found mushroom hunting a while back. I was walking that same area, I found another fawn, but it got up and took off running before I could get a picture. That's pretty cool to see this time of year. If those little ones would climb up on a tree where I knew they wouldn't fall out or get latched onto, I'd take this dog over there and let her smell around, but there's 3 of them, and the one's about 3 foot off the ground. They can't climb very well yet. Just babies. I'll show you one time before we get out of here. There's a baby. Barely climb. But just for those that just tuned in, you can see that. Walk through the woods and check my feeder. See if there's anything in it. I highly doubt it though. Yeah, that makes sense. Just thinking what time of year, because usually late December, early January here, the hunting gets kind of wacky because the males go from den to den and they run so much. They can get, the tracking can get kind of screwy. So usually that's when they're breeding. So that would make sense. So if they're born 2 months from there, that would be March. So they're between 1 and 2 months old, those ones. Hey girl, good girl, you're a good girl. I'll show you another reason why I like this woods. This is what the inside of this woods looks like. Pretty open. Got lanes through it, and it's full of coon. This dog is like 6.5 months old. And like another week, I'd have to check the exact date, but like I think 1 or 2 weeks she turned 7 months old. What is it, girl? This is her first time out at night though. Yeah, that's weird. So far but like I said, every time I come back here, there's coon sitting. Just happen to be little ones. If they would have been adults or sitting up higher in a tree, I would have took her over there. Because there's no way those little ones were crossing that creek by themselves. So they probably just came out of a den on that side of the ditch. So I'd have to walk her over there. I got an old tree stand in here too. Last time, I videotaped, I don't know if you remember or not, but It was in one of my last blue tick videos. I was walking through here and a squirrel was eating the seed off of my tree stand. Thanks for watching, Mark. Trying to think, once I get through here, where I could take her next. Although she acts like she's tired. Good girl, come on. Come on. Let's go, girl. There's my tree stand. Squirrels ate the seed off of it. Only hunted out of it once, but I've always wanted to put one in that spot just because it's shielded by all those trees. Got my feeder up here. Sure it's empty. Yep. Completely empty. What is that, girl? Sometimes this little area will get some water in it too. Not a lot, but right through here it might hold some water. And Coon will sit up in here. No, I'm not in the mountains. We've all been there. Dog breaking out of his pen. My Walker female Sheppy, she was an escape artist. She would break out all the time, but whenever she would get out, all you'd have to do is just listen, and she'd be treed somewhere really close to the house. You just have to go get her off a tree. That happened a few times. Anyone else out there watching that has any questions? Some of you asked questions last night. I'm gonna go find a possum. Up here where I turn loose too, I don't know if I told you guys, there's a huge den tree. There's usually some in, but this time of year they're always over where I just was at by that creek. She's getting excited up here. Smell something, don't you? I should come back here ahead of time before I start the live stream and just hide like a Halloween mask on one of these trees just to freak you guys out. That'd be funny. Or when I find someone's trail camera, put a mask on and walk in front of it. That'd be funny too. What in the hell is that? Tractor or something? No, I wish I did. She would never come into heat. We wanted to raise pups out of her. We looked, had the vet check her out. We could never get her to come into heat. So I don't know what was wrong with her, but never got it figured out. And now she's 9, so we'll probably never get pups out of her. But she'll always be probably my favorite female I've ever had. And I'm glad I got a lot of videos of her. Walk her up by this den here and then go to another woods. Giant den tree. Always thought that was cool too. It's got that knot coming off the side, but it's hollow. Squirrels go up in that. Usually loaded with coon and squirrels. What do you smell, girl? Anything? Anything there? Nothing. For those of you that are just tuning in, this is this dog's first time out at night. 6 months old. Walker female that was given to me for my son. Litter mate, some of them are already treeing, but they've been running loose on a farm. What? Now I see taillights at the end of the drive. And this is my family's property, so I wonder who it is. Might just be someone turning around. Come here, girl. Yeah, I like the way she looks a lot. I like bigger, muscular, like athletic looking females. I don't like, some people Seen some walker females that are just like real tiny and gangly looking. I like having well-built dogs that have really nice mouths. She's got a really good mouth too. Sometime, if I think of it, when she's barking at home or whenever I can get her barking, I'll post a video so you guys can see it, but she's really loud. I was gonna put her in the pet carrier, but I'm just gonna, she's calm enough, I'm just gonna sit her in the back. Come here, girl. Come here. Good girl. And just lay back there. She rides in the car really good. I was exhausted before I left. I thought about not going because it was getting so late, but I know once I get out here, I wake up. It's just a matter of getting off my you-know-what and getting out here. So while I'm going to another woods, if anyone has any questions, please feel free to ask. I'll try my best to answer it for you if you have any. It doesn't have to be about dog training either. If you want to know anything, just ask. And if you're watching, thanks for watching still. It's getting late again. I was surprised last night. I had quite a few people watching, going at 1 o'clock in the morning. It's 11:30 here now, and people are still watching, so thank you if you're watching. No, that's what's nice. I live in northern Ohio, and where I live, the only snakes we have really are like garter snakes. You don't have to worry about nothing like that here. Nothing poisonous. You don't got to worry about gators or nothing. Just mosquitoes, ticks, and spider webs. About it this time of year. Well, thanks for watching. Hey, girl. There's a whole herd of deer. If you remember saying earlier about the farmer across the road, deer hunting a lot, there's always a ton of deer in his field. My cousin deer hunted back in that woods we were at this last year, and he got a really, really nice one. Yeah, people have been saying ticks are really bad around here too. And so far, the only time I've had really any is like if I'm in grassy areas. Like on the edge of a woods or in my yard. When I was mushroom hunting this year, like deep in the woods, I didn't have any problems at all. I haven't had any problems with my dogs either. Probably head to another woods that's closer to my house. I like dogs that are smart enough that you can just leave them out and they don't make a mess or go nuts or bark, or they're smart enough just to ride. I was hoping my cousin would go with me tonight. He was going to take his walker male. I wanted to see what she'd do with another dog. If she'd run with him or not pay any attention. I was just curious. Be at the woods here pretty quick. No, I really haven't had many problems with stuff like that this year. I've picked a couple off of me, but I'm either coon hunting, squirrel hunting, or mushroom hunting this time of year every single day, and I haven't noticed them any worse than they normally are. I've only found 2 or 3 of them on me. But I've definitely heard a lot of people from many states say that they're really bad this year. No, as far as mountain feist, no, I don't know anyone looking for feist. I don't really know too many people that hunt with feists. Oh, geez. Deer. Around me, honestly, there's not a whole lot of people that squirrel hunt in general. There's one older guy that has cur dogs. There's 2 older guys that have cur dogs, but don't really know anyone that's into feists. glad if nothing else happens tonight, at least got to show you guys those baby coon. Something interesting happened. But I figured this is what would happen, hunting a dog for the first time at night. Gonna be driving by my parents here pretty quick. Oh, there's a big old possum. Yeah. Woods time will help her regardless of what it is. Should have went back and turned her loose on that possum. That would have been good footage. That's one thing I haven't treed in a really long time, is a possum. Need to get on one. About to pull off the road into the lane to go to the woods now. Well, if you saw that or not, Coon just ran into that tile right there. So they're gonna move. Hopefully get her on one that's along the woods, not right by the road. Some people do that. They're turning their dogs loose right there on a coon like that. I don't like doing that because like that coon's going to be running through tiles and in holes and stuff, and that's a good way to teach your dog to dig and get in holes and get itself killed running by roads. And I'm not just saying that. I know people that have had that personally happen to dogs over the years. Driving back the lane now. Somehow, someone with the name Hardline Feminist doesn't strike me as someone that likes hunting with dogs, but they'll be really disappointed to see that a dog that lives in the house and rides in the car is walking around the woods at night. Heaven forbid a dog get off the couch and get exercise. Made it.
This light on this camera is so bright. Come here, girl. Back here. Come here, girl. Good girl. Good girl. Come on, girl. That's very interesting. Come on, girl. Walk along these trails. Hey girl, there's swamps through here, but there's four-wheeler paths and stuff around it. So it makes it good for walking pups around, get them some exercise, get them used to being outside. Oh, I don't want my dog to. If I was concerned about killing stuff, I don't think I would be walking around a woods at midnight in the summertime getting bit by mosquitoes for no reason without a gun. Other than to get this dog used to being outside, getting it some exercise, living life, not just typing on a keyboard. I actually have a liberal arts college degree, so I would be probably pretty hard to fool with stuff like that, since I am more educated than you. But thanks for your input. Right now, it's probably about 60 degrees still. Whoa. It's really nice out. Hear a lot of tractors in the distance. It's planting season. Smell something, girl? Huh? Hey, girl. Walk around through here. This woods is usually more, it's got a lot more nut trees in it, so usually just more squirrels, but there's still coon in it sometimes. But like I said, it's a good place just to walk your dogs around, get them some exercise. Probably helps keep ticks down too, these paths. Anyone watching have any questions? I appreciate the questions I got last night. I do this to help people out there and entertain those that aren't hunting, aren't out in the woods. Go up here to the edge of the woods, make a right, get into a more open area. Easier for her to explore and check things out. Hey, girl. Like I said, she's not like a lot of other walkers. She's pretty laid back. But this is her first time out at night, so it's new for her. I'm gonna go up here and might sit down and talk to you guys and just let her go do what she wants. There she goes. Hey, girl. It's nice too about woods like this with these lanes. Dogs can just run up and down them and get used to running through the woods. It's all new to them. Still no questions out there? Oh, I forgot to look up those dogs. Shoot. Those are the ones you said are in Kentucky, didn't you? I got home at like 2 o'clock in the morning last night and I completely forgot. Checking this area for mushrooms. I found some right in here earlier. Don't see any. The ones I found were a couple lone big ones. That's cool. Yeah, make sure if you're watching, listen to Finley and leave me a like. That's pretty cool. I didn't know that about those Plott dogs. That's what my cousin, he's trying to get his Walker female into the Reproducer Hall of Fame or whatever that is. That's great. You're a druggie. That's good. You're a feminist and you use drugs. Well, unfortunately, I'm sure a lot of the chemicals they spray on fields have negative consequences for basically everything that comes into contact with them at first. But usually this time of year, I don't go in fields a lot, and especially if there's like farmers where I know they're working, I stay away anyways. That way the dogs aren't running towards machinery or anything. But this time of year, I try my best just to go to fence rows and places where I know there's like fruit trees and stuff like that. So I usually don't have to worry about that. Or if it's really hot, I'll go to like wherever there's a water source. I'll usually be sitting along there. I don't know. I don't have any evidence or any studies that show what the spray would do to the dogs, but it might mess up their scenting. That's pretty cool. That's probably the one breed of dogs that I haven't hunted with very much, is Plotts, to be honest. Unless Jacks, my curs that look like Plotts, have Plotts in them somewhere, but they're mountain curs, but their color definitely looks like Plotts. They're really pretty dogs. I like them. It's just I've never really had experience with them. No, nice. I've never been to Arkansas before. It's this time of year. It's always the worst when you're walking through a cornfield and there's just spiders everywhere. Yeah, I've never been hog hunting either. I knew people use Plotts for a lot of big game. I'm in Ohio. Spider webs are getting bad. Just gonna wait here a little bit, see if she goes on. That would be nice. That puppy I got, that female mountain cur puppy, I'm gonna, if she turns out to be something good, I'll breed her to my male. I'll probably, honestly, I'll just give most of them to like family and friends. I won't even sell them. I just mostly want to get a pup out of Jack's before he's too old. Get another house dog. Oh my gosh. Bugs are crazy. Do you know what its breeding is like? Luckily, most of the ones I got, they've all turned out to be something. That's what's nice about them. With cur dogs, the way they were bred, what they were bred for, they make great family dogs. Just great dogs to have around your yard. They're pretty smart and easy to train. That name sounds familiar. Brownie. They don't all turn out though. If it was that easy, everyone would just be getting dogs out of world champions and they'd all have world champions, but it don't work that way. It'd be nice if it did. Got a lot of algorithm boost tonight. Increasing the viewership. Yeah, I like the way she wins too. I don't know if you were watching when I first turned her loose, but the first time I turned her loose tonight, she definitely sticks her nose up in the air. I like that too. I was saying earlier, some dogs, they just put their nose to the ground the entire time. And unless there is pretty fresh tracks or they have a heck of a nose, they kind of struggle treeing layup coons on old tracks. I like dogs that do a mix of both. Hey, girl. True walker. He's gonna tree one right there. Got leaves on, so we can circle that one. Cousin was supposed to come tonight, like I said. It probably worked out for the best. Get her out at night a little bit first by herself, and then if he can go tomorrow or the next night, whenever he can go, I'll take her again with her, bring her with him and his dog, and see if she'll run with it. Find a stump to sit on so I can get some ticks on me. Oh. Good girl. Yeah, people are saying they're pretty bad this year, all over. Luckily, I haven't had to worry about it. This may be dumb for thinking it, but I don't know if like these boots with chaps, if that material helps keep them off, or yeah, she is. Thoroughly abused. Awful how we treat these dogs. Getting them exercise and petting them and stuff. Like Jax gets to eat bacon in the morning. My son feeds him snacks off of his tray. Just horrible. Night like tonight, though, it's nice enough I could sleep outside. Can you guys hear the swamp at all? Tree frogs back in there. Yeah, mine, he just sleeps all the time. We have a recliner in the one corner of our living room. If it's daytime, he's pretty much just sitting in there asleep. Unless like when the mailman comes or someone walks around the house, he goes nuts. He's a good guard dog. Oh, okay, well. I need to test this out sometime. Just set this somewhere and then go get like on my computer or something and see what it sounds like, because I got an external mic on it. I wanted to see if it made a difference at all. It came with this tripod. Yeah. Any UPS or FedEx or mail, anything like that, he goes nuts. Or sometimes even when I come home, if he just hears people outside, he's protective. He is so good with my son, though. Like my son will put like sunglasses on him or a hat on him, and he just sits there and lets him play with them. They make great family dogs. That's good. That's one of the main reasons why I got it. It came with this light. That way you can see me without me taking my light off and stuff. And it has my phone on a tripod that you can just like wrap the legs around stuff. And it kind of just hooks to trees or whatever you want it to. And then it has an external mic that plugs into your phone. I thought that would be cool for when you're hunting and the dog's like 800 yards in, if you could still hear him pretty good. Thanks, and thank you for watching. Like I said, I don't know if you heard earlier, but I got probably 30 to 40 minutes of footage from the last couple of weeks where I used my good, big, expensive camera and filmed that blue tick I've been hunting with another walker. I just need to get the internet to cooperate so I can get it up. I posted a trailer for my live streams tonight. I finally got it to work. It was like a 40-second trailer. Took 3 days to go. I think I just got my picture taken. Check this out. I bet that'll look pretty funny. If this bright light at night, if it'll screw up like the infrared or anything. I'm pretty sure I know who that is. There's a guy that bow hunts back here. In the evenings during bow season, he'll stop down at my house and we'll talk and see if we've seen anything. We hunt in the same area. He's a nice guy. He stopped and gave me his phone number. That way, if I'm hunting here or if he's hunting here, we can talk to each other so we don't run into each other. I like it when people do stuff like that aren't idiots about hunting with each other. Probably just keep walking her, head back towards the car, load her up, and go home. Main goal is just to get her out. What is that? Light through there. Just wanted to get her out, get her some exercise. Like I said, it's the first time she's been out at night. Of course, now I said I'm gonna go home and she'll take off running. But if you've been watching for a while, I really appreciate that. I enjoy bringing you guys with me. That way, if you're at work or at home or whatever you're doing, if you feel like you're coon hunting, you can watch. Anyone else out there have any questions? Or anything that would like to talk about? Is there anything you want to see on this channel? I told you guys I would be, in the next few weeks, be meeting up with a guy that hunts plots. Be making a video of that. There's more walker and blue tick videos. Could probably meet up with that guy that I made a red bone video of. No one wants to see anything specific? No ideas out there? Just took off running. Edge of a wheat field. That's probably where they're at. Running around in that wheat. Up here is where I found some of that pheasant back mushroom. What the heck? What you got, girl? Well, she found a dead one. Not bad. First night out, she found one. Now she's playing with it. It's weird. Just a rotting hide. Come on, girl. Come here. Come on, girl. Come on. That's weird. I guess there's a brush pile up here. It might have died and something drug it out. Come on, girl. Come on. Got her leashed up. I'm gonna walk her away from it. Just quit screwing around with it. Turn loose on the edge of this wheat field. And just laying out here where she found it. Is that a good sign? First time I've had her out, she brought me back a dead one. Didn't bark though. I was hoping she would open or something so you guys could hear her mouth. She has a really nice voice. Hey girl, come on. Good girl. Walk along the edge of the woods. God, there's another one. It's weird. These two woods I've been to tonight, I don't kill anything in here. That way I have good places to walk pups and good population to train them on. Have seen more fox and coyote around though, so that could be why. Hey girl. Good girl. Good girl. Thank you for not rolling in that dead animal. I hate it when they do that. It's probably my least favorite thing about hunting pups is if they find crap or a dead animal and then roll in it and cover their collar in it. Trying to flip this around. There we go. Nice big wheat field. They will run out in that a lot this time of year, just looking for bugs and worms and stuff. So I'll walk along this front of this woods and down around south back towards the car, see if I can find anything or what she does. Oh geez, I tripped on a branch. Hey girl, come on, go on. Pretty surprised I haven't seen any sitting in any of these fence rows or on the edge of the woods. I just saw that litter of little ones climbing up a tree, and that one ran into a drain when I pulled in. Can you tell where she went? Just getting the pup some exercise and experience tonight. I'd say the next week or two should really start seeing a lot more with the fruit coming on some of the trees, and with me seeing those little ones. Be a good time to walk pups around. See, the springtime is probably my favorite time to hunt pups, just because the leaves still aren't fully on, and there are usually quite a few coon moving. The ground's wet, so the scent holds well. A lot of people that don't know what they're doing or don't really know what coon hunting is, they just think that you're just going to go kill stuff with a dog. And like I'm showing you, if you want to get a dog to tree a coon, the most important thing is just take it out, get it experience, and put it where coon are. And they have natural instincts to do it on their own. Speaking of which, There's at least one in that tree. It's quite a ways up towards the top, so I don't know how long it's been sitting there, but I'll walk her around it, see if she pays any attention to it. Where's he at, girl? Huh? You smell something, girl? She might just be ready to go home and go to bed. Hey, girl. Let's go. Come on. Right in there. Something just took off up in there. Might have been another coon. Something still moving up there. Unless it's a deer. Usually those time of year, if you see one coon, there's usually a bunch of them. Just let her smell this area, see if she does anything, shows any interest on this tree. What is that, girl? What is that, girl? Huh? What is that, girl? What is that, girl? What do you smell, girl? Huh? There one up there, girl? Huh? Good girl. Where's he at, girl? Huh? Where's he at? Come on. I haven't had her tree in anything yet, but she's showing good signs. Good girl. She's at least looking up and smelling on the tree. Come on. Where's he at, girl? Huh? Where's he at, girl? Good girl. Good girl. Good Good girl. Yeah. What's up there? Where's he at, girl? Hmm? Huh? It's a start. Might not seem like much, but that's an experience that she wouldn't have had sitting at home doing nothing. It's good to get her out, get her some exercise. Looks like they planted this field too, and it's beans also. Go up here around this woods, try and find a spot in. This woods on this end is really thick. I'll show you. That's a wall of brush. You gotta walk up here where this tree's down. And where that tree's down, it kind of broke stuff up so you can get in the woods. This side of this woods is always good, but it's really good when there's corn on. Yeah, she wants to go in there. I have a feeling she'll take off once corn's on and there's coon everywhere. She'll be just the right age. If you're still watching, thank you for sticking around. Random question, but if you're watching, do any of you ever look for ginseng? That's one thing I've never done. And I know it grows in this area. Not this area, but I mean like the region where I live. I always wanted to get into that. I don't know what I'm looking for really or where to look for it. I know what the plant looks like based off of pictures, but I've never seen it in real life before. Oh, it's fine. I'm just hunting this walker pup I got. She's 6 months old. So far, in the very beginning of the video, I was walking around the first woods and we found 3 kitten coon, but I didn't take her over by them. I didn't want her to get into them. That was my pup training woods, so I don't want her to kill anything. Came to another woods, walked her by one that was sitting up in a tree. It was up pretty high, looked like it'd been there for a little bit. Got her to smell on it and stretch up on it, but she didn't bark. It's her first time out at night. Now we're just walking through the woods. Oh, and She did find a dead one on the edge of this woods too, and brought it back and was playing with it. That's about all you missed. Just answering questions and walking this pup around. But I'm pretty excited for her because she, like I said, she's 6 months old right now. So the next few months, once the crops start coming on, there's a lot of coon activity. She'll be just about at the right age to start working. She is on the mom side. I think the mom was Stylish Samantha. She is a clover bred female. And the dad, I think his name was Norman's Big Mac. He, all I know about him is he's won quite a bit of money in PKC. But I got her, me and my dad, our family friends, own the mom. They always give us dogs to hunt. And they wanted to give my son a dog. So this is actually my son's first dog. Whenever I get the big papers from UKC back, that goes back, I think I ordered the 16 generation. I'll probably, if you guys would be interested in that, make a short video just going over how she's bred. But I know it's clover on the mom side. You can kind of tell in her colors. That's one thing, I don't know if anyone, if you're watching, if that would interest you guys. And if you're watching this later on, like once I'm done and it's uploaded, if you would want to see like just kind of a short introductory video on some of my dogs and how they're bred, that might be something interesting. All right, I might do that with like Jax and some of the dogs. I already have their papers, but my cur puppy and like this pup, I'm still waiting to get the papers back. So I know what their parents are and have an idea what their overall breeding is, but that way when I get I'm pretty sure I ordered the 16 generation. When I get that one back, I can go into more detail what they're bred like. Getting in some muddy stuff now. The type of stuff, if I was down south, I'd have to worry about snakes. What the heck? There's all sorts of animals out tonight. Something else just took off running. Seen 3 possums tonight. 3 possums and 4 coon. A couple deer when I was driving. Yeah, I'll probably do that then, if some people are interested. I could probably do one for Sheppy too, because we got her papers at home. That would be one that would probably be interesting, because she's bred pretty well, and she's an older dog. If I remember right, I think she has, if you guys know the Russ Bellar's Pac-Man dog, I think she has some of that on one side. But I haven't looked at her papers in a while. Go get him, girl. Go get him, girl. Sick him, girl. Get her all fired up. As you can tell, she's pretty laid back for a walker. But this is also the second time I've had her out. I took her out earlier today for a while just to work on her coming when she's called and knowing her name and just overall handling stuff. Did that for a while. That way tonight when I took her out, she'd have a good idea of what was going on. But I'm pretty sure she's tired. Hey, girl. Hey, girl. I like her, though. She's got a good personality. That makes a big difference. That's something a lot of people don't talk about with hunting pups or raising dogs. They usually just talk about how it's bred, what their parents were like, and it usually doesn't get brought up what their temperament's like or how they act. And if you train them yourself from when they're puppies, that's a big deal. Because if you do this long enough, you'll start running into dogs that might not fit your personality or what you want. Some people like dogs that hunt really wide and are super high strung. Some people want dogs that handle well and don't go that far. I just want one that's smart and handles well and will get treed when I turn it loose. If it's 5 yards or 500 yards, I don't care. But it better not run by stuff. Just tree the closest thing it comes to. But since I don't buy finished dogs, I just train pups from the time they're puppies. I like them to have some sort of intelligence, make it easier. I think I got her trained to find mushrooms too. I found some more today with her. I found some by that tree earlier this year too. I'm joking, but yeah, usually, more than likely, blue dogs are more laid back than walkers in my experience. But the couple that I've been hunting lately, you've been seeing in my videos, they don't hunt they're not crazy wide hunting dogs, but they're more high strung than blue dogs I've seen in the past. But that's pretty typical. The blue ticks that I've hunted with in my life seem to be a lot more track oriented and laid back. That can be good, but like I was saying earlier, I also like it if a dog can run through a woods with his nose in the air a little bit. And tree layup coons, I haven't been moving in a while, where you get some dogs that have too much track on the mind and they start beating up 3-day-old tracks and don't get treed. You got to find a happy medium. Good amount of nose, but also got to tree the tough ones too. And that's why I've hunted about every breed there is, because I have preferences, but some people, they won't even hunt dogs just because of their breed. But if I can get a pup that's well built with a brain that has a good temperament, I don't care what it looks like. If it's a red or blue or black and tan or whatever it is. I just want the tree coon. I do like a dog to have a mouth though. Hunting cur dogs for a while really made me miss that. And this dog has a really good mouth. And most dogs that we've had have had really good mouths. If I think of it, I'll go back through on Facebook. There's some posts from like 10 years ago. Hey girl. Where I posted some videos of some of our older dogs we had that were really well bred and they're super, super loud. I'll download them off of Facebook and try and make a short video to put on here so you guys can see that. Some of them might be on here. There's a couple on here from a long time ago, like 7 or 8 years ago. Yeah, that's what I like too. I don't like dogs that just stand and bark in the kennel all the time. What I really don't like is ones that tear up a kennel and go nuts and bark nonstop, and then you take them to the woods and they don't do nothing. That's one thing I really don't like. I find most of the best dogs I've had, they're usually pretty good in the yard. Well-mannered, and like Sheppy, the only time she will bark is if there's a coon close to the kennel. Like, she never barks at anything. What the heck is that? I think that's a cat. That'd make a good video for the tree huggers watching. But with Sheppy, like I was saying, she's 9 now, but her whole life, you could stick a cage coon in her face and she'd care less. But you take her to the woods at night, she'd tree every coon in that woods. Quick, just the way you'd want. You take her hunting during the daytime, she'd tree every squirrel in the woods just like you want. Don't matter if it's 100 degrees in July or 0 degrees in the winter time, she'll go tree a squirrel or a coon. She would have been a good dog to breed jacks to, or breed a nice combo dog to. Come here, girl. Got her leashed up. Gonna walk back to the car now. So far we've seen 3 possums, 4 coon, a cat, and 2 deer, and a dead coon. Come on, girl. If the weather's going to be nice the next few days, got to repaint my kennels. Paint's starting to look pretty nasty. Need to freshen that up. It's supposed to rain in the middle of the week, but they pushed it back till beginning of next week. Come on, girl. She really smells. Come on, girl. Come on. Just about back to the truck now. If my cousin can go out tomorrow, I don't know if he will or not, but either way, tomorrow night I'll be hunting a blue tick. I probably won't live stream it. I'll probably try and film more with my big crank camera. That way I can add it to that video I'll be putting out this upcoming weekend. So that'll be finished. If I had people that actually would go with me, I could have them maybe try and use this to live stream while I film with my other camera, but people don't like coon hunting. People don't like going out in the summertime and getting ticks on them and getting bit by mosquitoes and doing something outside that isn't sitting on their butts watching Netflix and the air conditioning. Get in there, girl. She fell over. Oh. From walking so much today, need to put these boots on a boot dryer. Make sure you say it now before I just gonna go home now, put her up, get cleaned up and go to bed. So if you watched, or if you watch this in the future, thanks for watching my videos and liking my videos and sharing them. I really appreciate it. I'll probably do more live streams and still upload edited videos too. Try and do that once a week still on Sunday nights. So hope you like them. Thanks for watching.